We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. This defense for the Colts. Terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches. Brady's going to sneak it, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's fourth down.
Well, that wound up backfiring. Instead of handing it to your workhorse fullback or running back, they went quarterback sneak, and now they have to punt it away.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they get 4 there on fourth and inches. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, go 66.
On first and 10, here's Brady. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Denver. 59 yards. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. First and goal. Now Brady. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Montgomery will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, The other team might think to itself, to go, you might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And right away, he lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping, and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now Jackson. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
How about Jonathan Allen there, pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line. Now a play fake, Brady. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. On play action, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
Here's Jackson. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. That almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. That'll be caught by Anderson. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Still going. And he will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Watson. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. They go play action now. Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind him. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On play action, now Brady. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught at the 20. A huge play there for Denver. 61 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Brady toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run with Montgomery. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Now Brady. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On second down, McCaffrey. Room here to run. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Moore, the man in motion. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Jackson now. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. So no gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. That's what they've done all game long.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. Well, this is where the mile-high air really starts to affect an opposing offense. Guys moving a bit slowly here. It's 3rd and long. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
4th down, here's Jackson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Play action, now it's Brady. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Brady That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Colts are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks him right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Well, the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And this one's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Throwing is Brady on third down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down. That's to his running back, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability.
To throw again is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Jackson on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They go play action with Jackson. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Jackson will throw again. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Give him the completion. No gain, but let's focus in on that tackle. Open field tackling, the hardest thing to do in the game, I believe.
But when you get outside the tackle box, it becomes a numbers game. The defense had more than they could block. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel...
Touchdown, Colts!
Christian McCaffrey. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. This is caught out in the right flat. And he will not be able to turn the corner. He's out of bounds, shy of the goal line. And the defense steps up and denies the attempt for 2. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot on the depth chart points before this game is over.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Play action. It's Jackson. Rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. That's going to be caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And oh, he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive performance.
And they did it with not much time left. But they took what little time was on the clock and used it well, didn't they? Put a real exclamation point on their win with that score.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against.
He's got a man, complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Off the play fake, here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like